Her laugh still echoes in my head. Sharp, cruel, beautiful. It wasn't just laughter. It was dismissal. The kind that tells you you're nothing. She stood there, barefoot in the kitchen, wineglass in hand, smirking at my silence like it entertained her. "I told you," she said, brushing her hair off her shoulder. "It was just a mistake. You're overreacting." A mistake. That word. So small, so meaningless. Her phone lit up again. Same name, same time. I didn't say a word. I watched her sip the last of her wine, her throat moving slowly as if savoring every drop. She met my eyes one last time before walking away, leaving the faint scent of her perfume, vanilla and arrogance. I stood there long after she left the room, staring at her reflection on the dark kitchen window. The city lights blinked behind her ghostly outline. And that's when I knew something inside me broke and then settled. Not in anger, in certainty. I wasn't going to yell. I wasn't going to beg. I was going to know. And when I knew, she would never forget what it felt like to laugh in my face. The signs had been there for weeks. The distance, the new perfume, the late meetings that ended in smudged lipstick and silence. But I ignored them, because that's what love does. It blinds you, dulls your instincts, replaces logic with hope. Until the night she called me by his name. It was a whisper in the dark, barely audible, but it landed with surgical precision. I didn't move, didn't breathe, just stared at the ceiling and let the truth crawl under my skin like frost. In the morning, she pretended nothing happened, made coffee, hummed, kissed me on the cheek. That's when I started watching her differently. Not with love, not even with hatred, with analysis. Every movement, every glance, every "I love you" weighed and cataloged in my mind. There were text messages deleted minutes after they arrived, receipts from places she'd never mentioned, a hotel name that appeared twice on her bank statement. Denial was a luxury I couldn't afford anymore. So I began to build my own quiet case. I didn't ask questions. Questions give away suspicion. Instead, I mirrored her calm, smiled when she smiled, kissed me when she leaned in, slept beside her while my mind sharpened in the dark. The first step was her phone. She thought she'd deleted everything, but she didn't know about cloud backups. She didn't know about the tracking app I'd installed months ago for safety. The second step was his name, Ryan. I found him easily. A coworker, divorced, charming in that predictable way that attracts women who crave validation more than loyalty. The third step was patience. Every lie needs time to rot. So I gave it time. She'd leave at 7, come back by 11, smell like rain and guilt. Sometimes she'd hum while undressing, unaware that her reflection in the mirror already disgusted me. I wasn't angry anymore, just detached, like a scientist observing decay. I ordered a paternity test for our daughter, not because I doubted her existence, but because I doubted mine in it. When the package arrived, I waited until she left for her conference to collect the samples, a few strands of hair, a toothbrush, a small drop of blood from my own finger. It was the quietest investigation I ever conducted. The results came a week later. I opened the envelope at dawn, when the house was silent, the world still gray. Probability of paternity, 0.00%. Nothing prepares you for that number. I didn't feel heartbreak. I felt calculation. The equation of betrayal finally solved itself. When she came home that evening, I was waiting at the dining table. Her favorite candles were lit, her glass of wine poured. She smiled. "What's the occasion?" I slid the envelope across the table. "Open it." She frowned. "What is this?" "Proof," I said quietly. She hesitated, then tore it open. Her eyes scanned the lines, once, twice. The color drained from her face. Where did you—" "From the truth. The one you kept buried between hotel sheets." Her lips trembled. She tried to speak, but I just stood, collected my coat, and walked toward the door. "Please, don't do this," she whispered. I didn't look back. "Do what?" "Tell the truth." 2 days later, I saw Ryan. I waited outside his office, watched him step out with the same smug confidence she once wore. When he saw me, he froze. I handed him a sealed envelope. The same test results. "She never told you, did she? About the child?" He opened it. His eyes widened. Confusion, panic, then silence. "She said it was yours?" I asked, feigning indifference. He nodded slowly. "Now you both know the truth. Enjoy the wreckage you built together." I turned and left before he could speak. That night, she called me 16 times, texted paragraphs of apologies, confessions, memories. I read every word, deleted every one. By morning, she showed up at my door, eyes swollen, makeup streaked, wearing the same robe she used to laugh in. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "Please, I made a mistake." I looked at her, really looked at her. The woman I once loved wasn't standing there, just a hollow version of her, drained of arrogance, of laughter, of power. "I know," I said, and closed the door. The house feels cleaner now, quiet, empty in a way that soothes. Her perfume has faded from the sheets, her laughter replaced by silence. People say revenge doesn't heal. They're wrong. It doesn't heal, but it clarifies. I learned that love without respect is just captivity. And forgiveness without truth is weakness. She wanted to humiliate me. Instead, she exposed herself. Now, when I see her number flash on my screen, I don't feel anger, just peace. Because I remember the last thing she said to me. "Please don't leave me." And the last thing I said was, "I already did." Then I hung up, and finally, she stopped laughing.